Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to get started with Power BI in just 10 minutes. Actually it's gonna be less than 10 minutes. So whether you are a complete beginner or just looking to refresh your skills, this quick guide will help you grasp the basics of Power BI and get you up and running in no time. So let's dive right in. What is Power BI? Power BI is a very powerful business analytics tool developed by Microsoft. It allows you to connect to various data sources, visualize data and share insights with others. It's widely used for creating interactive dashboards and reports, and that's why it's considered to be an essential tool for data professionals, analysts and anyone looking to make data-driven decisions. So in a nutshell, how it is working, on the left you can see the various data sources that you can have, like Excel files, SQL. The data from these sources feed into Power BI, and then after transforming the data and creating the visuals that you want to create, you have the dashboard that you can see on the right. So first things first, how do I start? You need to download and install Power BI. So you just have to go to Google and search for Power BI desktop download. This is gonna take you to Microsoft's page. And if you scroll down a little bit, you will see the download button. There are various languages to choose from. I'm gonna go for English and press download. Here there are two different versions depending on the operating system of your machine. In my case it's gonna be the second one that I need, but if you don't know how to check about your operating system, you just have to go to settings, system, about, and then device specification, and next to the system type. In my case it's a 64-bit operating system, so I will go for the second one and press download. So after you download the software, you are in a position to open Power BI and start creating your first report. For the purposes of this, so you have to choose the blank report, but for the purposes of this video I have created this simple Excel file with some simple data about products and sales. So now we just need to create a blank report, and we need to get our data from our Excel file. This is the environment in Power BI. We will talk about these fancy things in the upcoming videos. For now, let's go and connect to our Excel file. It's this one, client data, open. I have to close it first. Yep. Open. And let's wait for the connection to our data. So here we have to choose which specific sheet of the file we need to go for, and you have the options either to load or transform data. For now let's go for load, and here we are. Our data are here, you can see them. We can just rename the name of the table so that it's more clear. I'm gonna rename it to client data. So now, as you can see in this visualizations pane, you have your various options for creating visuals. You have line charts, you have bar charts, you have tables. So let's start with a very simple table. And let's put some fields. So all you have to do in order to populate this table is to drag and drop the fields from the data area under the columns area in the visualizations pane. So I'm just dragging and dropping the fields I want to show here. So yes, we're okay. We have our columns. So let's go and make this table a bit more beautiful. So for example, we can rename some of the fields, so we can get rid of the sum of, for example, and do the same for the sales, so that it's a bit more neat. And then we can do some formatting modifications. You can see that we have this formatting option. So in my case, I'm gonna make the headers bold. I'm gonna change the background, let's make it orange, and the text, let's make it white. So yeah, we can also use some of the effects that Power BI is offering. Personally, I like the shadow effects. I think that it makes the visuals seem really nice. Now let's say that we want to filter our data. So let's say that we want to add a drop-down menu. In this case, we have to select a slicer, as you saw, and we have to make this slicer to be a drop-down slicer. Okay, that's it. And we want to filter by category. That's why we dragged and dropped that field. So as you can see, we can easily filter by the category of the product. And of course, again, we can make this slicer a bit more beautiful. We are gonna make the header bold. Let's make the background black, and the text, let's make it white. So we have a very nice slicer or drop-down menu, so that we can easily filter our data. And let's say that we want to filter by something else now, for example the region. We just have to create another slicer and go and drag and drop the region field. Yes, again we want to make this slicer to be, let's make the formatting first to be similar to the other slicer, so that we don't have to do the same job twice. And now let's make it a drop-down menu like the other slicer, and again you can see that we can filter based on the region.